Hello, for today's video, reintroducing Jackie, I would like to switch it up and share a story with you. The story is called The Crazy King. I'm going to drop the description in the link below. I'm just going to Jackie it up when I read this story, so let's go ahead and start. There is a great king whose castle sits high on a mountain that looks over the village he rules over. He is a decisive but fair leader who has helped his people live in peace and harmony for many years. He is respected by his people and deeply loved by his wife. The villagers all share water from the same source, a well that sits in the center of their home. One day, that well becomes contaminated with a poison, and anyone that drinks from that well will almost instantly turn completely insane. After only a day or so, all the villagers have drank the water from the well, and the once harmonious village is now being torn apart by lunatics. The king and his wife do not get their water from the same well that his people drink from, so they are spared from the mass insanity. The king, fearing for the future of his village and the well-being of his people, descends into chaos, trying desperately to restore order and harmony. But the villagers suddenly won't listen to their beloved king. Something is very different about him, and what was once complete respect now turns into judgment and fear. All the villagers agreed that the king has gone crazy. The king is chased back to his castle by the villagers, who now see him as a threat and are storming his castle, threatening to tear it apart unless he relinquishes his crown, because he's not fit to rule them in a crazy state of mind. The king is full of despair, but knows that if he steps down from the throne, that order may be restored. His wife has another solution. What if we drink from the well? Then we will be the same as them. Seeing no other way out and not wanting to lose his position of power, the king agrees. They escape from the mountain and go directly to the well, drinking its poisoned water. Just like everyone else, they almost immediately turn insane. The villagers find the king and his queen and are overcome with relief. Thankfully, they have now come to their senses. They are talking and acting exactly like them. The village returns to harmony, and the king and his queen lived out their days as the rulers of their people. But the people in the neighboring towns and countries stay far away from the village. Why? Well, because those people are completely crazy. This story teaches one very valuable lesson above all, and this is how difficult it is to rise above external challenges and pressures and retain one's individuality. It is an act that takes a great deal of inner strength, resolve, and courage. It's innately and biologically human of us to not want to be outcast, to conform, and to live in harmony. The parable is a reminder that there are many cases where conformity to the pressures imposed by others is the wrong choice. But to conform consciously to an inadvertently determinable group, cause, or even ideologically is not just wrong on every level, but insane. Doing what is popular is far different from doing what is right and good. How many times do each of us choose to conform to ideas situations, causes that we know intuitively go against what is right and good. How many times do we avoid doing what is right in exchange for doing what is popular? How many times do we close our eyes, drink water from the same well as everyone else, and hope for the best? Remember, crazy people don't know that they are crazy. I would also like to define what morals and ethics are, a definition that I hold in my mind that rings true to me. Morals is your own personal belief, while ethics are rules set by society to govern behavior. Well, thanks for my first story time, guys. Until next time.